Hike! American football is considered to be the most popular sport in the country, but to find out why the sport is called football requires us to go back in time to learn about the history of American football and its origins. American football began in the late 1800s at college campuses. However, the rules at the time were a mix of two other sports, rugby and soccer. The earlier form of football was extremely violent and consisted of two teams of 25 players just working to move a ball into a goal. Walter Camp, who is often called the father of American football, helped distinguish the sport from its rugby and soccer origins by participating in collegiate football rules committees to help make the rules safer and uniquely American. Thanks to Walter Camp, football now has the line of scrimmage, use of downs, a point system, 11 players on the field at a time, and the creation of the quarterback position. By 1921, the National Football League was formed and has continued to grow in popularity, becoming the most watched professional league of any sport in the United States. Currently, there are 32 teams in the NFL. The end of the 18-week regular season is followed by the playoffs. The top 14 teams participate in the playoffs, which are single-elimination football matches. Then, the final two teams meet up in the championship, known as the Super Bowl, which is one of the most watched television events of the year. How do you play football? To start off, it's important to know the football field dimensions. The total length of a football field is 120 yards long and 160 feet wide. The actual playing field is 100 yards long. Each end zone is 10 yards deep. This is the area where players can score. This is also where the goalposts are located. If you look closely, the field is marked with a yard line every 5 yards. Every 10 yards is marked by a field number. 1 yard is marked by small hash marks between the yard lines. Last but not least, the edges of the field are the sidelines. Coin toss. If you've ever watched a football game, you might have noticed that the referee flips a coin at the start of each game. At the coin toss, captains from both teams meet the referee in the center of the field. In each game, the referee will flip a coin to determine which team is going to start, but the away team has the opportunity to choose which side of the coin they want for the coin toss. Kickoff. Football games are divided up into two halves. Both halves start off with a kickoff, which is when the kicker stands around the 50-yard line, runs toward the ball, and kicks it like a soccer ball to the receiving team. Then, the receiving team attempts to run or pass it towards the kicking team's end zone until the player with the ball is tackled, goes out of bounds, or scores a touchdown. Rules. Players can kick, carry, and throw the ball. The ultimate goal of the game is to move the ball down the field across the goal line until the opposing team tackles or brings the player with the ball to the ground. The team with the most points at the end is the winner. Terms you'll need to know. Offense. This is the team that has the ball. The offense is in charge of running or passing the ball. Defense. When the other team has the ball, it's the defense's job to stop them. Tackling is when you bring an opponent to the ground. If you can't tackle, you won't be a good defensive player. Down. On each down, a play is made. Each down is called by its number. First down, second down, third down, fourth down. The offensive team has 4 downs to either score or gain 10 yards. If the team gains 10 yards, then the downs start over. Overall, the down is over once the player with the football is tackled, goes out of bounds, or one team scores. Then, the opposing team gets the ball. Scoring. At first, football scoring can be difficult to understand. But just remember that there are 5 ways to score points in football. A touchdown, 6 points. A touchdown is scored when a player catches a pass in the opponent's end zone or runs with the football into the end zone. An extra point or 2-point conversion, 1 or 2 points. Only after a team has scored a touchdown will they have the option to kick the ball through the goalpost for 1 extra point, or they can run or pass the football into the end zone for 2 extra points. A field goal, 3 points. A field goal occurs when a team kicks the football between the goalposts. This is an option when the team is near the end zone, but would rather kick the football than run or pass the football to the end zone. Safety, 2 points. Safety occurs when the defense tackles an offensive player with the football in the offensive team's end zone. Punting. Each player on the field has a specific position or skill. Just like the kicker kicks for the kickoff, the punter is responsible for the punt. The punt is when they drop the ball from their hands and kick the ball before it hits the ground. The point of a punt is to give the team some room to breathe and to get the other team near your end zone. Penalties. A penalty is when a player violates the rules of the game. Some common penalties include a false start, holding, face mask, offensive holding, defensive holding, and unnecessary roughness. A false start penalty occurs when a football player on the offense moves too early before the whistle. Players are not allowed to grab or tackle another football player if they are not holding the ball. Players are not allowed to grab another player's face mask. The offensive holding penalty occurs when an offensive player holds a defensive player. The defensive holding penalty occurs when a defensive player grabs or tackles an offensive player who is not holding the ball. Players are not allowed to use any part of their helmet or face mask to butt, spear, or ram an opponent violently or unnecessarily. Here at Twinkl, we have a range of American football resources to help children understand the game, plus lovely activities and decorations. Check the description below. See you next time!